What's up? What's good? What's happening, my Jesus? Your boy Frank O, aka Frank. So I'm back again on an episode of Catch a Vibe. Today I got a very special guest on the podcast. It's my brother, my little bro, my broski, my day one since A1. Without further ado, man, let's get it. My guy. First and foremost, I want to say thank you, bro, for coming on, man. I appreciate this. We've been talking about it for a long time, so it's finally here. We're making it happen. So hey, without just let people know who you are, a little bit about yourself, your little background, and just we'll go from there, my guy.
Yeah, man. I think first and foremost, I think anyone who knows Franco knows that the type of energy this dude brings to the table is just so uplifting. Hats off to you. You know, I definitely look up to you as a role model, man. And I'm excited to be here, you know. I was chilling before, but now, you know, my heart kind of beating right now. Like,
It's real.
the butterfly is real just hit. But like,
But
yeah, man, this is exciting. Like, new journey. We're all like taking on new things. And yeah, I just wanted to put that out there before I introduce myself. So
Appreciate that, boss.
hats off
Appreciate the
to
kind
you,
words, my
sir.
guy.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, my name is Rolv. That's it's like soul but with an R, you know, so ROLVE. Yeah, pretty much like that's it. Like with me. You wanna
Yeah, like background, like obviously people that don't know you, like
mm,
where'd you come from, where were you born,
okay.
growing up, like how's your childhood, just shit like that, basic shit like that. How was
Yeah,
that
for
kind of
sure,
stuff?
for sure. Yeah, I was pretty much born in Sudan, which you'll find is like uh quite the this is more of like a, I guess, typical migrant story who were born in Sudan. Moved from there to Egypt, lived there for like 5 years. There are like three possibilities. Like we could have been in Canada or America or Australia, but thankfully, you know, we were blessed with the opportunity to come here. Grew up here, got my education here. You know, final year of uni now, civil engineering student. And yeah, man, that's how, you know, I've got up to this point, and I'm grateful, man. You know, our
Straight.
parents sacrificed so much to get
Yes,
us to
sir.
this
Yes, sir.
point.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
shout out to
shout
immigrant
out
parents
to
one
yes.
time, man, because they do a lot for us,
No,
man. And like
100%,
low
man.
key, man, that shit is hard. It's not easy. It's tough. So
It
all
is
the
not.
moms out there that from immigrant background, especially, man, shout out to
Mhm.
y'all, 'cause y'all do a lot for us. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Anyways, my guy, so we like obviously we're here kind of talking about a lot of things, but I kind of brought you on because you're starting your own kind of business venture, your
Mhm.
entrepreneurship kind of journey. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to bring you on, talk about your little situation right now.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
you can go ahead and explain what you got going on. I got this cool ass tea on. So if
Yes,
you guys just
sir.
let us
Yes,
know what that's about,
sir.
bros.
Yeah, so that tea was designed by myself, my partner Kin. We have this startup company called Asborn. Asborn is a word that I pretty much created, and what that means is like to be an Asborn is to be part of a community that embodies that gift of innate human expression, and that is having that uh, ability to be able to empathize with one another. I think that that is the key to just understanding each other. And going off that base, I really want to put emphasis on the importance behind raising awareness on social issues. And yeah, that's pretty much what it means to be an Asborn. I think our main goal is to combine real news with modern culture, and that's what sort of like I want to be like the separating unique sort of factor that separates us from other brands, for example.
All right, cool. What was the because as one's a unique name, obviously,
Mm.
like what was the inspiration or the idea behind that name? Or how'd you come up with the concept? What was the process like trying to figure out a name for the whole brand?
Yeah, well, with me, it's not necessarily just that coming up with that business aspect. Every job I've gone into, I've always said, yep, I want to be a leader in the humanitarian aid field, right?
Sir.
So every job interview, I'm like, yep, these are my goals, these are my visions. The question of how I actually want to get to that point is um, it's up for debate. Like I could either go down that professional sort of route, you know, work that 9 to 5, build up my rep over the years, which is quite it's secure, but
safe.
security.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's secure and it's safe. But
Doesn't
if
bring
it
you happiness or
means
joy, that's
like,
the-
you know, buying a house and like only like you're out of your house for like 40 hours a week, essentially, right?
Bro, come
So
on.
like security means that you're out of your house for 40 hours a week. You only really get to enjoy the time that you have at home.
To, like sleep. and
Yeah,
eat,
to
you know,
sleep
so-
and eat and chill 2 days a week. And yeah, like that to me, it just doesn't sit well with how I want to go about reaching that point of achieving the status of being a leader within that field.
Yeah.
And anyone who knows me knows that I'm always keen to just try out new business ventures. I'm
Taking
always
risk.
I'm always open to taking risks. Like we're just living in that age where we have to we just need to recognize that like
100%,
yeah,
bro.
we have this opportunity
100%.
living in this age where we've got social media that just like that's free and we can
Yeah.
just use that.
That's what I be
and-
saying. Like,
yeah.
like we talk about this before, but how like people see like if you take like a risk and you start a business or whatever you want to
Mhm.
do, and then because everybody thinks about the losses that you might take. It's not like the L's. People say L's. It's not really an L, man, because you're taking a risk, and if it fails, it's a
Yeah.
learning lesson. You learn from it, and you apply it to your next like business
Yeah.
venture, whatever it may be. you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
how do you feel about the whole point of people saying, "Oh, we're taking L's. Let's go. You're taking an L." It's not really an L. So how do you feel about that whole situation?
Yeah, that just goes into my whole just motto for life. Like, I think that fear of failure is something that holds a lot of people back from achieving like amazing things. And I've taken a lot of L's like in my life, honestly, bro.
Stay taking L's,
Like in
man.
every aspect. But
Yes, sir.
it's only been like within the past year or so that I've flipped my mindset on those losses and seen them as lessons.
What
Like,
changed it? Like, what made you? What turned that like flip on that switch on? Sorry, like what changed? Somebody you saw, family member.
Yeah, just holes, bro. Like,
Huh?
you know, wasting my time on like silly things.
What'd you say? You say
Holes.
hoes.
Holes.
What? Yeah. All right, cool. So, what? Explain that. So you said hoe. It's like
Yeah, I'm working in. I'm getting there.
That caught me off guard. Okay.
We're having such a serious discussion.
Yeah, you just flipped it on me like that. All right, go ahead. So hoes change your mindset into
distractions and those type of things. I
yeah.
was at a point where like I wasn't switched on because, you know, putting my energy into that and then having situations fall like just not go according to plan would then allow me to reflect on myself and be like, wait, I'm wasting all this time on this type of stuff. Like, why? I've got all my own like rebuilding to do, you know, and that comes from like a, you know, family perspective. Like, you know, you got to put them first and foremost. And yeah, like taking time to myself and being like, I have a huge mission to do. I owe it to my family for getting me here.
Yeah, man.
Grateful for that. And like the only way this is ever going to get done is if I sit down and work and take time to myself to be like, this is what needs to happen to achieve these things. So like that was a switch, and also that fear of just like
9 to
being,
5 forever, bro.
getting
Like,
locked
9 to
into that
5,
system, man, is not.
That shit is scary.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like scary because I'm doing it right now. Like,
Yeah, but like forever. Like
yeah.
Obviously now because we're starting off, so you got to make some sort of income. So
you need that income.
working a side hustle or full-time job, and just making time for your business on the side at nighttime, morning, early mornings, whenever you have time, it's cool.
Yeah.
But like long term, I don't want to be caught up in a 9 to 5 grind, man. That's not the ideal. You know what I mean? That's super scary to me, man, because if you think about it, that's your whole day. Like you wake up 9 to 5, that's your whole day going, man. What do you do? Just trying to make a quick buck to pay for your bills and whatnot. That's nuts. You know, we're not really living like that. You know what I mean? So, but let's take it like right back. Like starting a business, like for anybody that wants to start their business, like what was the like initial process? What was the so you got the idea first?
Yep.
Figure out the name. Then what was the next few steps? What did you go from there? Like what did you do?
So yeah, the name didn't even come until like a month after we'd been doing a lot of planning and figuring out like how we actually want to go about doing this. Like what's gonna make us different? What's gonna make us actually a point of interest where people are attracted to what we want to do. So I think number one thing is have that purpose in mind and do not be driven by anything else other than loving what you do.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So
it can't be money.
can't be money because if you're
Materialistic
thinking about money,
things
like you're not gonna make profits like
from the
straight
jump.
off the
Yeah.
from the jump. Like it's got to be purely like
Passion.
passion. And so in saying that, I was using that inner passion and inner drive to want to be a leader in the humanitarian aid field
Yeah.
as my engine to keep that going. So I guess that's from more of um, motivational sort of
Yeah.
perspective, but logistically, like yeah, man, like there's a lot of things you gotta, because we're essentially just like doing shirt prints at the moment, but each design is different and relates to a different issue.
Yeah. Right
But
behind it.
yeah, so I guess trying to source the materials like the shirts themselves,
Yeah. Where
getting
do you
that.
like? Who's your manufacturer? What's like those
Mm,
little things that people want to know? If I'm gonna start my business, where
mhm.
do I go for? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
who you get your supplier? Who's your supplier for your shirts? Or
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a fair question. Well, leading up to this point, we have
yeah.
just been going to like, local retail stores and getting plain shirts.
Okay. Simple
Right.
plain
Yeah,
shirts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just like starting up type of thing, seeing how we can go.
Yeah.
And then going to like printing supply stores and like just doing this from the like ground up, like getting the screens, and then all the materials for that, the paint, ink, all initial sort of
Expensive.
startup. Yeah. Not like
If you're working like a casual job, say you're
mm,
young, like 18-year-old, 17-year-old, working a
yeah,
casual job,
yeah.
is it affordable for you to like start off like this? How you guys started off,
I
or
think
like
100%.
yeah,
And there's much easier ways to go about it. I
straight
think
up,
right now, there are websites out there that allow you to pretty much like do up the design on
yeah,
the websites, and then they print it and they send it out for you. They like supply like
okay,
everything.
man,
They send it out to the customers. It's just more so like yeah, if you have that base, you can just direct people to there. Like
okay,
so you don't even have to put all of that extra effort into it. Like you
mid,
you
yeah,
don't
look
have
quick,
to
man,
put all that
yeah, my homeboy thirsty out here,
mm.
yeah,
You got your water there, bro.
my
Yes,
my
sir.
Jesus,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Appreciate it.
Shout
Thank
to the
you.
boy behind the scenes in the
Shout
back.
out to the behind the scenes team.
Yeah,
One
really,
time.
you know me, I'm thirsty, so I gotta, gotta stay quenched.
uh,
Quenched. That's the word, right? Quenched.
quenched. Quenched?
Quenched.
Yeah, quenched.
Quenched. I say clenched. Quenched. Think about UFC, man.
Quenched. Clinch is
Quenched.
yes. Quenched.
Quenched.
What is that?
Quenched. Like when you thirsty. Quench
Yeah,
my thirst.
quench your thirst.
That's what you're saying about quench.
No, you're saying quench.
What's the word?
Quenched.
Quenched.
Oh my god. I can't.
Yeah, okay, anyways, back.
Anyway, back to the point. I'm saying
English
like
lesson out here.
if you're a youngin, 18, and you don't want to do all that physical type of, I guess, labor intensive process, then yeah, you can just open up the store online. But I think the the idea of loving the process and seeing it all come together made it so much more
Yeah.
worthwhile.
I respect it because you're
yeah.
actually doing it yourself.
Yeah,
Because
you're
it's
doing
easy
it-
to just outsource things.
Yeah,
And just,
you can just outsource
cause,
stuff.
I don't know, because I feel like if you're starting something, you should be involved in the business until you guys go to a certain
Yeah.
size or
Mhm.
whatever, popularity.
Yeah.
That you can kind of like bring people in, kind of help you out. But
Mhm.
when you first starting off, like I feel that's cool that you actually went hands on.
Yeah, very hands.
And how was that process? Because we spoke about it briefly a couple of weeks ago, but like printmaking, or how did you find that whole process? Because it's obviously new to you. So
Yeah, it was very
how
new.
was that kind of?
I think first thing, even before we did that, getting like a mentor definitely helps. Because I didn't even know I could do screen printing at home by myself until I went out and reached out to one of my old teachers, and he introduced me to this whole process. And he made it look so easy just because he'd done it so
Had
many.
you hyped up like, yeah,
So
I, can
yeah,
do
I was
this.
like, yes, I can
Easy.
do this. I'm buying the screens. I'm doing it. It's easy. And then
You got home like
I
that.
got it, and like, man, there's so many like errors along the way. There's this part when you apply like this layer of emulsion paint onto the screen,
Yeah.
and that's essentially like that's your image gets burned onto the
Fabric.
layer of paint
Yeah.
on that screen.
Yeah.
And the trickiest part I always found was like if you let it dry for too long, it like becomes really difficult to get the design off, or if you don't let it dry long enough, the paint just comes straight off.
Yeah.
If it's not dried in a clean space, like the dirt on the screen just screws up the design. If you let the paint dry on the screen for too long,
God
like
damn, bro, all these
it
issues,
just,
man.
yeah,
Like,
bro,
you tryna
like
put-
back to back
You
to
gonna pull
back.
away from this thing, man. But like, what lessons? You, like,
Lessons.
obviously, like we said before, man,
Mm-hmm,
everything's a learning lesson.
mm-hmm,
Like you messed up now
mm-hmm,
with the whole printing, but you know what to do now. So it's kind of like
mm-hmm.
a loss, but a win at the same time. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
lost making it because you fucked it up basically, but then
Yeah.
you gained that knowledge. Okay, I gotta do this properly, do it like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
do it like that. So
Yeah.
like, what lessons did you take out of the whole situation when you're doing the whole process?
Definitely just manage time. But if you've got like a schedule like mine that's just all over the place, you need to dedicate an appropriate amount of time to where you can also account for mistakes or slip ups happening along the way. So planning ahead of time, so important. Like
Yeah.
if you have to, like I started off with just one screen, but now it's like, yeah, I'll have one screen, but I'll have two backup just in case something screws up. Then it's like, okay, cool. This one's, I didn't let that dry long enough, or like the design didn't come through properly. Damn it, this is going to take too long. Let me just use the backup. Or if I've got multiple designs to do at one time, then it's like I'll use, separate screens and then just increase productivity through that. So yeah, planning, dedicating that time, having structure, it helps, and it's things that it comes with time and maturity. And because I don't think, me at 18, like I don't think I would be anywhere near as
Committed or dedicated to this whole
committed
thing.
or dedicated or like well thought out to the process of doing this. Like, 'cause when I was 18, I was making dancing
Some
videos.
bullshit, bro.
I was coming through with that,
But like,
about revolution.
but look at you now, man. You know what I mean? Do your whole little not little, but like hopefully it'll grow eventually. So your own business, which is I'm proud of you, man. Because when you first told me about it, I was like, bro, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we've always been like that kind of thing. Like that's why I like having you around and
Mm-hmm.
other people around myself. Because you want to keep good people around you that be like, man, if you have an idea, just go do it. Don't think about it. Just go. What's the worst can happen? Just go try and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
You hit me up, like I want to start this. I'm like, bro, do it. Like no question about it.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure.
So, like going back to about like how we talked about social media early on, like how have you used that to your advantage wise in terms of like marketing promotion and what are you guys doing and what's your like what are you guys doing currently and what's like the future kind of
Okay.
yeah Asborn?
I guess in terms of like marketing strategies, the focus for now, since we're still startup, is just to get that organic growth. And in doing that, we've strategically been like, doing like shirt giveaways at events like, Voices of Color, which is a local, I guess, Brisbane's.
Shout out to VOC.
Shout out to
quick
VOC
plug,
one
you know what I'm
time.
saying?
Shout out to
VOC.
Anissa. Shout out to the whole squad.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, that is an amazing movement of people of color, and we're looking to, or they are. I guess I'm on the team.
You're part of
too,
it too, man. Give some credit, man. Come
we
on,
are
man.
looking
Gotta keep it humble,
to
man. Come on.
elevate the
You always say humble,
stories.
man.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm kind of on that team too. But yeah, the main purpose of Voices of Color is to elevate the stories of people of color through art, performances, poetry. Like, it's incredible. Monthly events, come through if you have time. Like, it is amazing. Such a wholesome, intimate space. Like, for anyone who just wants to
Damn,
kick
it sounds
back.
so deep, intimate space. Okay, get it
It's-
fancy on me, man. Get it.
I mean, you know, we just
Get it
we
bougie
really-
on me, bro.
we're
Come
really
on,
doing
man.
it out here.
Keep it hood, keep it ghetto.
Yeah, it's tight. It's tight. It's kind of hot in there.
Like, so back into social media. So,
Uh,
because I've been seeing your posts and stuff. So
Mhm,
I'll see a lot of videos,
mhm,
um, photos and stuff. What do you
Yeah,
call
yeah.
it? Where's that idea come from? Because you know when you first kind of start off a business,
mhm.
like, you always think about, okay, having like 0 followers or whatever. That's always gonna be like, regardless of whatever. You like, I
Mhm.
have 0 followers or little followers. How do I, get myself out there, my product
Mhm.
out there?
Yeah.
And like, do you focus more on the actual quality of your products or try to grow the numbers of people on your page or the awareness? Like, you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? I know.
Yeah, finding that balance
Yeah,
is
like-
very important. But at this stage, I don't think followers should be such a high
Priority, yeah.
priority.
Fair enough.
Um,
I respect- yep,
I think
makes
quality
sense.
of products, and because like you'll find that when
Quality over quantity, man.
yeah, quality over quantity, and when the audience is organic, the feedback is that much more.
Real.
Yeah, so it's that much more real. You can do so much more with it. People engage and they actually appreciate the
If they
stuff.
fuck
that
with you,
we put
they'll
out.
spread the word and tell people
Yeah,
about it.
they
So word of
spread
mouth
the
and
word
from,
for
like,
you. Yeah,
promoting yourself,
100%. Like they spread it for you, and then it's a flow-on effect from that
trickles
point.
down.
Mm.
It's
So like
domino effect.
definitely, I put importance on finding your market,
Niche.
your niche, figuring out like and that comes from like understanding what your passion is, because when you have that idea, people like, I don't care what it is that you believe in this day and age, you'll find people that believe in the exact same thing, like, and that's just facts. I'm just saying, like, so
Why you
if you can
bad,
do
bro?
that, you can succeed. You just have to be consistent, put content out there that's it's relevant and it provides context as to what it is that you're trying to preach.
I find the feedback too with like you posting your videos, your
Mhm.
photos, your designs. Like, how's the feedback been? And like, any like negative feedbacks or all positives or
Nothing necessarily negative, because like, I guess when I was going back to starting other like business initiatives back in the day, I was so concerned with the amount of people commenting and things like that. It wasn't necessarily what they were saying, but rather
the engagement of it.
yeah, the engagement. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if
fair enough.
back then it was like if no one commented, I'd be like,
I'm a loser.
yeah, like this sucks. Like no one's engaging or anything like that. But yeah, there are like posts where there's like no comments and like, or like some posts have like way more likes than others and all that kind of stuff. But like if you let numbers dictate like your productivity, then like
You go crazy.
yeah,
And the
you're
whole
a little
Instagram
wild.
update with the whole no likes thing, man.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's a weird one, man. Because I see people hating on influencers, like, man, y'all go get like a real job.
Mhm.
I'm like, look, man, if I could make some money, like just like
Mm.
posting content, like,
Mm.
who wanna like you wouldn't want to do that to you, like,
Mm.
bruh. Instead of a 9 to 5, you just post a photo or a video, you get crazy money for it. You want to do that? Like that makes no sense. But at the same time, I get the whole like no likes, because that shouldn't be your main priority when you do
Mhm.
like post the content. I guess for people to see, it should be the quality of your content and what you're trying to the
Yeah.
message you're trying to portray, get out there. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm 50-50 on that. I don't mind it, but at the same time, I get why some people are like, man, we want the likes back. 'Cause from a business sense, you want to see
Yeah,
the engagement of some, of
Yeah.
your posts and your content and whatnot.
that's
But
true.
but I think you can still see the stuff, right? Like on your actual data, like the insight thing on Instagram, like you can see like that likes, comment. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if it's your own profile, you can see it. From my
But it won't be
understanding.
present for people to see like how many likes you got on a post.
No,
That's taken away.
Yeah, it
but-
says like unless you really doing the most and you're counting how many likes this person
I
got.
mean, hey man, look.
Let me see which dude out here liking shoddy pics. Like,
So how do you feel about that? Like, Because being a business owner now, like you wanna track engagement because you wanna see how you guys are scaling or developing
Yeah,
or
yeah.
growing. I guess your growth wise. So
Mhm.
how do you feel about the whole no likes situation that Instagram got going? It's temporary, or is that for it's permanent or just like a little?
I don't know. I remember just logging into Instagram on using like the link,
Yeah,
like on the web page on
yeah,
Google on your web browser, and you can see like the likes and stuff there if you really want to.
yeah.
But how I personally feel about it, I'm not phased. Like all my stuff has literally been word of mouth. Like I got myself to this point from talking to people, and that
Networking,
organic growth has
networking,
happened.
getting out there.
Yeah, just I've been networking. It's
So it
very
doesn't really affect you, like long term. They keep this whole no likes thing
mhm,
long term, you're able to affect you because people like it doesn't sound bad, but people are kind of like sheep. People tend to follow. You know what I mean?
mhm,
So if see a post with like 100, like a million likes, you be like, oh, might as well just join the party as well.
mhm,
If see a like content that you like, but you're like, oh, it's only 10 likes. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like I don't want to like it. It's only 10 likes. I'll be an 11th guy. You know what I
mm.
mean?
Yeah,
So
but in that same sense, like I think doesn't that also help people in a way? Because it's like then you're less inclined to toss up whether you want to like a post because it has a certain amount of
have you
likes.
done that?
Nah,
Well, come on, bro.
100
But you never see a
because it
post. You're
has.
like, hey man, look, everybody like it. So I'm like,
Nah, if it's
drop up a like
funny,
as well.
like I
Huh?
just be flicking through memes, bro. Meme pages, there are a
Just
billion meme pages
childish
out
as
there.
hell, bro.
I just be like, it's funny, and because Instagram does a thing where it's like, it brings up relevant, similar sort of content once
Oh,
you,
what you be liking, like on your feet, kind of like
yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
does when you watch a video.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel
So
you.
at that
Kinda.
point, it's not even like how many likes it has; it's just whether it's relevant.
But
So
you ever
if
be
you
petty
stay
with likes?
relevant,
Like when you about like photos and videos, you be like, I don't like this person that much. I ain't gonna give him a like today. You never done that?
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. 100 like if I'm dying, like anything by Spice Adams, like like that has me dead. That has me dead. I'll like any of his stuff.
Spice Adams, Supreme Dreams,
Supreme
Odyssey World
Dreams.
1.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
else?
Um
Who else? Who
Haha
else is funny?
Davis is
Aha
hilarious.
Davis.
I like Runny.
Puzzle.
Rennie, yeah.
Rennie's funny.
Um
Shiggy.
Oh, Shiggy for sure.
Franco.
For sure. Big praise. What happened to that page?
Bro, don't even start. Hey, bro, look.
What happened to that?
Hey, look, bro. I'm doing this now.
What you
Okay?
doing? Like
I'm
some
a
comedy
podcaster now.
thing?
This is what I'm doing. This
Alright,
is
so we just
this is my
moving.
gig.
We trying new things.
But going back on track, bro. Like with Asbone, 5 to
Mhm.
10 years. Well, short term, long term goals. Where do you see you guys going?
Um,
And yeah, man.
5 years,
Yeah.
I see myself in a position where, it will be able to um pretty much like run itself.
Cha-ching, in other words.
Yeah, cha-ching.
Right,
Cha-ching.
so you do it for the
Yeah.
money, bro. That's crazy.
I'm saying like
That's
but
wild.
with that,
Here we go.
that money, that cha-ching, like it's cha-ching that goes to causes that like pretty much like we want to be that overarching link between all these organizations and
Yeah.
so that people have that opportunity to be like, yep, we were able to raise this.
Wow,
My
that's
bad.
crazy. The disrespect is real.
Hold up.
You gonna answer it? Wow, that's wild, bro. It be your own people,
It
bro.
really be your people.
That's crazy. We back. Sorry about that.
I'll be
look.
back. Anyway, you can edit it maybe. But yeah, I was just saying that I want Asborn to be that overarching link between all those organizations. In saying that, for people to be able to just say, like, we were able to raise this much money, and this money went to, providing clean water to
Or building
this
schools
village.
or things of that
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah, like that type
Yeah, I
of
respect. That's mad, bro.
yeah. So like income, but it's not going to waste. Like I want that money to be turned into something that just gives life, man. Like gives life to
That's deep.
more people, and like that in that sense, I am like achieving that goal of wanting to be a leader in the humanitarian aid field.
All about helping people, basically. That's the whole.
Yeah,
That's the whole
that's-
main goal, man.
why
Giving
not?
back, and
Why not?
that should be everybody's purpose in the world,
Mm.
right? Like to serve others, but
Mm.
people have different agendas and whatnot. So
Yeah. Yeah, this is true. I mean, some people just want to work and save and
Yeah.
like have annual leave, and that's totally fine. Like if that's what makes you happy,
so be it.
that's totally cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, live your life, man. We have one life, so you do what
Yeah.
you got, what you want to do in the day. man.
Do what you
boo,
want to
boo,
do.
feel
I'm not out
yourself.
here like
Trying to preach.
trying to put you down for what it is, because some people don't want to, start their own things.
that's
They
fine,
just
man.
want security. That's cool. I'm just saying, be happy with what you do. Don't be working 9 to 5 and then like be miserable and have no
Everybody just go
plan.
quit your jobs right now, bro.
Fuck
Go live your
all that
truth, man.
shit.
Okay, but
They
like,
can't stop us all.
what do you call? What's like? Because obviously having a business would be tough. Some days would be tough, right?
Mm.
Things might not go right or go to plan as you would hope. So,
Mhm.
like, what keeps you driven? Like, what's your why? Like, what's the main reason? Because for me personally, mine's always gonna be family.
Mhm.
That's what drives me. So
Yeah.
for you, what's yours? Like, what keeps you going, man? 'Cause I'm sure you have shitty days. You're like, man,
Mm.
all this, I don't want to do this, all this. Like, it's tiring. I'm tired from work. Uni got me all messed up and
That's
stuff.
true. Yeah.
What keeps you? Because what keeps you going, my guy?
I think this I think our mission, our job in life is
Here
to
we go.
tell our story, right?
Say it one more time.
Our job
Uh-huh.
in life is
Preach.
to tell our story.
Yes, sir.
Right. And if you don't have nothing to say, then that is
Shut
a
your ass up.
boring ass bedtime story. Right.
Yeah.
By bedtime, I mean like by the time we die, like, you look
Sleep.
back. Yeah, 'cause I feel like when you get it to a certain age, and you won't look at the things you did do. You'll look back at what you didn't do. You know,
Yeah, that's
and
deep.
that's heavy, man. That's real.
heavy.
So I want to write.
So make
a
an impact,
narrative.
basically.
Yeah, make an
an
impact.
on
Write
someone,
a
like,
narrative.
other people's lives, man.
Yeah, like what's your legacy?
It's not
What
it's
did
not
you
a
do?
selfish motive.
Mm-mm.
It's a journey that you're trying to, I don't know, kind of bring to life that in
Mhm.
a way it helps other people too, in some sort of
Yeah.
way by sharing your stories and your
100%.
college
And like,
generations.
yeah, raising awareness. Like you're educating people.
Straight up,
Like
bro.
there's more than one way of education. Like you don't just have to go to university. You can learn things. Like all
Just
that
teach
stuff.
yourself. And we
has
have
context.
we have the Google, man, YouTube. You can learn all these
Internet.
skills and just
oh my god.
be whatever you want to be, man.
Yeah, that's it. So that's my drive. That's my why.
So it's not a selfish kind of
No.
reason. It's more
It
about
brings fulfillment, man. Like that whole idea of
yeah.
wanting to just like stop.
And then long term, you wanna obviously be doing this full time.
Mhm.
You're gonna have like employees working for you, or what's the long term? Like say 10, 20 years deep. Where do you want? Where do you
Mhm.
see yourself, or what would you like to be in that time, that period? Like
20 years from now.
10, 15, 20 years. Like just think about it long term.
I just want to be at a point where I don't want to be like that boss that just overlooks and does everything. You want to lead
Wanna
by
be-
example.
Yes.
So you want to
Love
be
it.
at a point where you're doing what you're preaching. Like
Straight up.
if we've got like projects set up in Africa or like the Middle East somewhere,
You're making
like
appearance. You want
I
to
want to
right
be
there.
there, actually doing what it is that like we're working on at the time. So like yeah, that's I just want to like that's the main goal for 20 years from now. Like I remember there's this quote by Matt McConaughey. And he was like, my biggest inspiration or my hero is me 10 years
Yeah,
from
I
now.
heard that. That's that's cold, eh?
Yeah, that's cold. That's
But
cold.
he's like, I would never be like that.
Mm.
I'd never be that hero or something like that. How's the quote go? He's like, I want to.
Yeah, you'll never reach that point because it's always
You're always looking ahead.
Yeah, always looking ahead.
That's mad, eh?
Yeah, and I think that's
Like top notch.
that
But
helps.
going off that, like, what other mantras, quotes, sayings, passages do you kind of not live by, but like kind of hold true to what you're doing, or how you kind of try to go on through life, like?
We've said it before. I'll say it again. Like, just take those failures as lessons.
Hit them L's, man.
Yeah, take them L's understand that, like, you did it and that happened, so you don't do it again.
Yeah.
And we're still babies out here, like
Straight up, man. Infants,
early
man.
20s. Like we got a lot to learn. There's gonna be a lot to come.
Yeah, even with this,
it.
man, I'm doing this right now. I'm still learning, bro. Like, there's gonna be
100%.
like mess ups,
Mm.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, oh,
It's gonna
man.
be awkward
The
stages and
technical
whatnot. But
difficulties are crazy.
it's
Like,
cool though, man. Like, I don't mind that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I've gone to a point where I don't like people's opinions or like it's cool. It's all part of the process, man.
all
You
part of the
can't-
process. Like,
Yeah, man. And it's, in a way, it's kind of good too, you know, because you can take some criticism, you can apply it to yourself. What can I do better? Look at yourself, reflect, and like, cool. Let me apply this. There might be some truth to this little bit of negative comment or hate that you might. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
take that criticism.
That's
Like
the thing.
that file could be corrupt after this.
Yeah, bro, don't be
And
saying-
no one's
bro,
ever
come
gonna
on.
see that footage.
Bro, come on.
However,
Bro, come on, bro. Don't be saying
I'm just saying you gotta be prepared
Yeah,
for
I
that.
know, but you ain't gotta say it like that.
I'm just saying, like
Nah,
life
please.
just be like that
Yeah,
sometimes, bro.
Yeah, let's
So,
hope not, man. Touch
let's
wood,
hope
man.
not. Touch wood on that one time for the culture. All right.
Nah, yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. So, do you care about people's opinions of you? Like, because I don't know, you don't seem like the type, you know, because I know you're like that, because, you know, you do poetry now, you dance, you perform and stuff like that. So,
it's a lot.
obviously, it will be nerve wracking, you know what I mean? But, like, people's opinions of you, does it hold weight? Does it affect you sort of way, like in a negative way or not? Pretty sweet.
Never negative. Like my biggest criticizer. That's even a word.
Critic.
My biggest critic.
What school did you go? We went to the same school, but that's hilarious.
My biggest critic is myself, man. Like,
Oh,
even
man.
if people give me like all this positive feedback, like
Still ain't good enough, eh?
yeah, it's
Never
not good
content,
enough.
never
Yeah, it's not,
complacent.
yeah,
Ugh, bruh.
and we tend to find ourselves just being so hard on ourselves, man, and that's where, a lot of growth and development needs to happen. It's that internal battle that is almost like never ending, and until you
I'll get comfortable, man.
acknowledge that and come at what you do with a level of confidence, then like no one's comments are ever gonna affect you, whether it's positive or negative. So
Cool, man.
yeah.
Hey, let's don't be so serious now. Let's talk about some fun questions, my guy.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First one, bro. If you were in a movie,
Mhm.
who would play you and why, bro? This better be good. I've been keen to hear this, so go ahead, enlighten me. Tell me.
Bro, like
They can't be sexy because I. Go ahead.
oh, if you play me in a movie. All right. If we're talking about like sheer size and
They gotta be
build.
size. You can just be, okay. They gotta be size. They gotta be color.
I reckon Terry Crews, bro.
Wow. That's crazy.
Personality, bro.
Yeah?
Like
T.
he's
Cruz?
just such a genuine and laid back dude. Like,
Upbeat dude. They cool,
yeah,
man.
exactly. And I feel like we have similar personalities. Like
You
he
make
would
your chest
play me.
bounce?
Of course.
Pause.
Pop, 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 pop.
Hey, stop, man. Terry Crews, because what? Because personality-wise, yeah.
Yeah. He's just so funny and like chill. And I feel like we share like similar, like positive sort of approach or attitude.
Look, how do you
to life.
expect that? Terry Crews.
Yeah. Terry
Wow.
Crews. If we talking about looks, like
Well, yeah, who do you think he look like? Celebrity look like? I thought you said
like-
ASAP Rocky or so.
oh look, that's
Nah,
not
that's
bad.
young.
But he's not even an actor though. Like, he was in the movie Dope and all these.
Yeah,
other
he's a musician, bro. Yeah.
But I feel like
Terry Crews.
Omarion from You Got Served, bro.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
Touch.
Oh
dun,
my
dun,
god,
dun.
bro.
Touch.
Because the dreads.
Because the dreads and like
dancing,
the dancing and everything. Like Omarion would be, he'd probably play me in the movie.
All right, cool. What about so if like top 3 artists you want to see live, or they could be dead or alive that you would want to see or want to see right now?
Hands down, Michael Jackson always.
Yes, sir. Clap that up.
Number 2,
Come
though.
on, bro. Are you serious? I can think of one right now off the top of my head, but
Tupac for sure.
Good boy.
Like,
I was about to.
all these people about like they.
So
Everyone's
okay, how
imposter.
about Dude Dead? So you got Michael Jackson. You got
Tupac.
Tupac. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
One more.
rest in peace. I'm about to say Man, I don't know. I don't know.
It's
There's so
tough,
many
man.
legends out here, but I'm just not like processing it in my head properly. But yeah, I suppose uh hmm, even just like Nipsey Hussle, bro. Like
Yeah.
real talk. Like
R.I.P. Man, that's a tough one.
mhm,
That hit
yeah.
differently, man. I don't know why, but
Mm.
yeah, that was a weird time, man.
He inspires me to like it wasn't even just like his music, man. Like what he's about.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah. His
And the
brand.
guy is, and the fact that he's African too, man, it's
Mhm.
even more inspiring because you can
Mhm.
relate to it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? 'Cause
Yeah,
young
yeah.
African man, we're trying to do great things too. So
Yeah.
seeing a guy, a person of that figure
Mhm.
that comes from where we come from, it's like,
Yeah.
damn, man. So it is possible. It's not impossible to be
Mhm.
to have an impact on people's lives. You know what I mean? Because man, like when he passed away, man, like he had a huge impact on everybody. Like we had people doing like just visuals. Is it visuals? How do you pronounce the word visuals or the candlelight visuals or
Yeah. Special effects type ish.
people were doing it like here, man, to like to
Mhm.
honor him. So I was like,
Yeah.
man, like damn, that's a
Yeah.
had a big impact. But
100%. Yeah.
it's sad. So it's
Mhm.
cool, man. So
Yeah.
okay, back to alive. Who
Alive?
you want to see alive? Like
Terms of like huh?
that's it. Visualize.
Oh,
Visual.
visualize.
No. It's like the
Visuals.
candlelight visual. Is it visualize? But if
There
I
you
get
go.
something for this, he say visual. All right, guys, the event saying visualize. So we go. That doesn't sound right, bro.
Correct him one
Anyway,
time. Alive, bro. Anything like turnt, man. Like, I think. Well,
Chance
I'd
the
seen.
Rapper.
Oh, so petty, so petty. We're not gonna talk about Chance right now. We it's not a topic of discussion.
All
I've already seen Kendrick live, but I loved like he was just incredible. I'd see him multiple times
right.
live. I'm just saying, go.
That kind
I don't know, bro. Like,
It could be somebody, man. Come on, bro. Hey,
like Travis would be dope live. Like that would be fire.
Travis Scott, yeah.
And maybe some low key.
I got an EP coming out, so trying to see me live. Get at me.
Man.
I got tickets.
I think even like we'll throw Alicia Keys in there. Like,
ooh, that's different.
yeah, like
Alicia
yeah, I'm
Keys.
not an
So
artist.
okay, cool.
Yeah, she's
That's
real.
different.
She's a real one. Yeah.
All right.
Amazing.
It might be the same answers, but the last one, like, if you could have dinner with 3 people, it could be anybody. So anybody.
Anybody.
Who would it be? And kind of explain why. Like, you sweaty. You're like, damn, man. Put me on the
3
spot.
people. And Muhammad Ali, Barack Obama,
Okay.
Nelson Mandela.
Damn, that's heavy.
I think that just speaks for itself, man.
Fair enough.
Like they're just legendary. Nelson Mandela, especially.
You read his book?
I know I have not.
Damn, you fake ass Nelson Mandela. See, you try to finesse, yeah. Nelson Mandela. Man, I read his book, but his book. My dad gave me his book, so
Yeah.
look into that book, bro. It's real special, man.
Yeah.
But once again, my guy, hey, man, let's go wrap it up, bro. But
Yes, sir.
before we dip out of here, tell people where can find you on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. What's your name? Your Asborn. Just
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you guys are interested, obviously supporting this brand, supporting this
go
movement,
support the movement, man.
you can find us on Instagram at the moment at one Asborn. That's one ASBORN. Facebook page as well at Asborn. And yeah, you can find me on my personal social media as well, just at Revolution. And
Why Revolution?
because it's a revolution, bro. I'm starting a revolution. There's a
sweet,
movement. Like, but that's unique, bro.
I'll give you. I'm not hating, I'm not a hater by nature. You know what I mean? I'm showing you love, man. So go support the movement and stuff,
Yes,
man.
sir. Check us out. Check us out.
Any final words you wanna any special message you wanna get out there? Anything you wanna say? Last piece of statement you wanna get out there?
Yeah, like I just want to tell everyone to just take those failures for what it is. Don't let it bring you down. Don't be so hard on yourselves, man, because we've always got a lot to learn, and I want to make sure that you guys aren't too hard on yourselves, because I do that to myself a lot of times, and I know a lot of people close to me that do that as well. And you are all appreciated. Whether sometimes you just need to be told that. So
spread love, be
spread
kind,
love,
man.
be kind, everyone.
That's dope, man. But once again, bro, I want to say thank you, bro, for taking out your time, because I know you got a busy schedule and you got to get head up right now, do your own thing right now. So,
sir,
take your time. I appreciate it, my G.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Hey, once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're listening right now, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So, hey, man, have you guys have a great day, great night, whatever you guys are. Look at me like I'm famous. Man, I just want to say thank you once again. Very humble, very grateful. Peace out. Until next time, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Let's do
episode
that,
1.
It's different, right?
That's clean.